All right, welcome everybody to the 247 team conference call, the family call, the most important call of the week. My name is Niall Liddy, and I'm actually calling in from Waikiki Beach in Hawaii, where we are ending the leadership retreat where we all got together and had a great time. I've been in this industry for 33 years for all you new people, and I've known the Rickards, who are the co-founders of this system, for 29 of those 33 years. And I think I have to adjust those numbers soon. It might be 30 of 34 years now. And I'll do that math. Math is not my favorite thing to do. My favorite thing to do is talk about our system and all the greatness we have here and meet all the great new people. It's fantastic. I've been around for 33 years. Like I said, the industry, 33 years ago, I walked away from my job because I was looking for something to supplement my income, spoil my kids a little more, and it turned into a lot more. Doors open for me that I didn't know existed, a world open for me that I didn't know existed. And when I walked away from my job, about a year after that, I was actually making more in 2 months than I've ever made in an entire year. And actually 18 months after that, after getting started, I was making more in 2 months than anybody I've ever known in my life was making in an entire year. So this industry obviously opened up windows and doors that I didn't know existed. It showed me an entire different life. But what it gave me was incredible time freedom and incredible financial freedom to spend the kind of time with my kids that I wanted to. And all you dads out there, you know what I'm about to say. You know what a blessing this is. Usually we're working those long days. We get home just in time to hopefully have dinner with them, right? Give them a kiss on the forehead, tell them to go take their bath, brush their teeth, go to bed so you can get up and go to work and do it again. Well, I was that dad who got to put my kids on the bus in the morning, take them off the bus in the afternoon, go to every football practice, every volleyball practice, every cheer camp. And you know what? When the high school was looking for a bowling coach for the travel league that they were getting into, I raised my hand and I became the coach for that because my kids love the bowl too. So it gave me another reason to spend more time with my kids and all of their friends. I was dad to I had 3 kids as I was going through this industry, but I was dad to about 27 kids because they all hung out of my house, or I knew them all from the football field, or I knew them all from the bowling alley. And it's allowed me to really be a big part of my kids' life, watch them grow up like dads don't usually get to, like it was before I walked away from that job. So it's been a blessing for me, and I could give them anything that their hearts desired and go places and do things and give them not only what they needed, but things that they didn't need that just made them put a smile on their face, because that's all that was all about, them and their friends putting a smile on their face. I became a bowling coach so I could put a smile on a kid's face that was throwing nothing but bowling gutter balls, and then I could zoom them in and get them down the lane and knock some pins down. And that smile on a kid's face, that's what I lived for. And I lived for that for my children. This industry gave me the ability to be a part of all of that. And that was just a whole new door and window for me. So when I got started a couple of years into it, I was a young entrepreneur trying to build my business all over the country. And I was looking for a way to run ads in the top 300 newspapers in the United States and run it through one voicemail instead of paying for several voicemails like we were doing back then. And everybody that I talked to said I needed to find this guy named Rory Rickard. Rory Rickard is who you need to talk to. You need to get the system set up that he has. So I finally got the right number. I got a hold of this Rory Rickard guy, and I met a very pleasant young man who had he loved teaching and he loved spending time with you, but he had a lot of passion about the system that he had put together. And not only did he give me a system that I could run all those voicemails through, but he showed me how, as I built a network of people around the country, I could just leave one message, hit a button, and send it out to everybody at the same time. And I know today it doesn't sound like a big deal, but back then in 1992 and 1993, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have all the technology we had today. But we had Rory Rickard. We found a way to do all this mass communication through the telephone lines. But then something magical did happen in 93 and 94, where it all started coming together. And, the internet was in everybody's house, and desktop computers with monitors about this big. You guys remember them. It took 2 of you to carry it in the house and set it up. We're hitting kitchen countertops and home offices. And that's when Rory Rickard really found his niche, and he left that telephone company that he was with, and he went online to help other entrepreneurs build their business, not just nationally now, but globally, because the internet was taking us everywhere. He really found his niche. He became the top online guru for lead generation to start off with. He built lead generation companies that just surpassed what everybody else could do. Nobody could produce the quantity of leads that he did. Nobody could produce the quality of leads that he did, and do it consistently while also maintaining good relationships and taking care of everybody that became his clients. Excuse me. That client base grew amazingly all over the world. I remember talking to Rory in the early years. I could call him up at any given day, any given time. I didn't know what country he was in or what airplane he was on going to the next country. There are times, excuse me. There are times I would call him and he was skiing down a mountainside. He never missed a call. That's the kind of business, and that's why he's done so well. And then he surpassed everybody else because of the relationships he built and the way he took care of them. But then he started building websites, because websites is something that we needed to promote our business and do everything that we were trying to accomplish. And I remember the very first website that he built. It looked like a flyer on the internet, 8.5 by 11 with the information printed on it. And at the end, we could click and go to a shopping cart of some sort to get the information or purchase a product. That amazed me when we could start adding color to it. But when he was putting pages behind the page, the second generation stuff, and you could click and go to the next page, I just knew that he found another great avenue to become a serious online marketer. But then he kept evolving that and adding more stuff to it, more pages to it, more information to it, and everything that all of his knowledge and all of his wisdom, he kept finding ways to implement that, to put it into the system so that people can learn it faster, learn it better, learn it in a less expensive way. Instead of taking 3 years college courses or spending ungodly amounts of money on lead generation companies and marketing companies, he found a way to teach everybody, whether you have experience or not, how to do what he knows how to do. And that site just kept evolving and evolving and evolving until it became what you guys are looking at today, called the performance blogging system. We're not full-time bloggers. We don't sit down and blog every day. We don't get on camera and blog and do that kind of stuff every day. But we do market a plethora of information and products and services in a blogging format, because that format creates content on your website that the search engines are looking for. He's mastered this. He's figured out, and he's taken away a lot of the friction points. He's taken away a lot of the reasons why most people don't do well in this industry, and he's fixed them. And he's brought you an easy way to just duplicate everything that he's learned how to do over the last 3 decades. So we've built an incredible relationship over the years. We've marketed a ton of different products and services. We've got to know each other very, very well. I consider him my brother. I call him my brother. He's a brother to many of us, though. He's a big brother to some. He's a little brother to others, right, Karen? It depends on the perspective at the moment. But he's a person who's got an uncanny way to predict future market trends, but he's got a lot of passion to touch other people's lives and help lift them up from wherever they're at, whether it's lifting them up from 0 to 100 or lifting you from 50 to 100 or even 75 to 100 on that scale of quality of life, whatever you're looking for, whether it's time freedom or financial freedom, or you just need a side gig to make an extra mortgage payment to pay your house off earlier. There's just so much that he brings to the table. Whatever your goals are, you can do it here because the plan is in place. And all you've got to do is, like I did in the beginning, become a good student of this industry, and then become a good student of the tools that we have to build in this industry, which is the tools that Rory and his wife, Tanya, the other co-founder, have brought here. So there is 2 co-founders, Rory and his wife, Tanya. And a couple years after meeting Rory, I got to fly out to Utah and meet Tanya. And I met this young, incredibly organized, talented, energetic, and passionate young lady also that was raising 7 kids, running several businesses, and then helping Rory get this thing off the ground and get it built. And together, the two of them complement each other amazingly. And that's why they become the power couple that they are today. Two people that have huge hearts, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of energy, and a lot of passion to share that with you. But big hearts that really want to reach out and touch 10 million, 20 million, and probably 50 million or 100 million families globally and have a positive impact on their life. So if you're somebody who's looking for a home, you like helping other people, you like working with other people, you like being a marketer, you want to get online and market a lot of different products and services and create multiple streams of income, you have found your home. And you found your home with people who are leading with marketing expertise like nothing else out there, but hearts and passion to give you something to take to the world to build yourself a great business while you're doing that. So welcome all the 20 plus new people that made it tonight and everybody that's come in over the last couple of months and everybody that's on this entire team that shows up every Tuesday night. Kudos to you. We've got 350 people on a Tuesday night. Kudos to all of you for showing up. And now without any further delay, it's already 18 after because I got started late. It's my pleasure to introduce at least one of our co-founders to you tonight. But hey, you might hear from both of them. Mr. Rory Rickard, the microphone's yours. And I know everybody can't wait to hear what you got to say from the Aloha State.
Yes, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful here. And the energy is amazing. And I've been able to reflect on some things. I'm going to do this in two parts, and I'm going to stop the recording and start a new one because I really want to focus on a couple of things for everybody here. So when we do our leadership events, they are so much more than just pouring into our leaders and covering things. It is a deadline for us to tweak things that we've seen along the way to make better. It is a deadline for us to roll things out, and we can get everything done in the programming aspect. We can get a lot more things rolled out, and I'm gonna be covering those in this first little bit, and then I'm gonna go into some very exciting things. So let me just make some quick announcements of additional things. The Wine Ambassador Grapevine system, our marketing system, it's being rolled out even more, and everybody that has it, you just get the advancements, right? But it's going to be the best follow-up tool on the planet that works for us because not only, okay, I'm gonna back up. Wine Ambassador represents our seat at the table. It is our #1 anchor offer. All roads lead to wine and the wine training and things that go into that. And you're gonna see me make reference to that because the way I see success is the same way it takes to make fine wine. It's a patient process. Takes love, constant check-in and evaluation. The same way you're going to, develop somebody to be a better marketer, it's very similar in how you're creating a very fine wine. It also is how we progress in life. And it just, for me, all roads lead to wine because wine is a perfect example of the patient process. That glass of wine we're drinking when it's made properly is 6 to 8 years in development before we even open the bottle and enjoy it. 6 to 8 years of love. And building a business properly with proper foundation doesn't happen overnight. It's not get rich quick, it's get rich smart. And the biggest hurdle is literally the people we train to get out of their own way, change their mental understanding, their mental focus, and also the habits they have every day that have been blocking them from success to get them into success. The people are the #1 things we pour into, and getting them to teach and be taught new habits, teach themselves new habits, and gain from those that do change the environment. That's the hardest thing we do here. That's the hard work. The system itself works perfectly. It works because it is a system. But getting people out of their own way to follow the system, apply the system, and then participate in things that are going to be outside their comfort zone, that's really where the hard work is. That's where the love and attention. That's literally where we are defining the success path that we're going to share with that student, those students, those community of students, right? That's really where it's at. And so we're constantly looking how we can make that better. And Tanya and I always look at what can we change and when are we going to do it? Because even the best changes cause a wave and they cause people to hesitate, and it's change that people got to adapt to. So you got to be careful when you roll it all out. And we've found over the years that if you can teach the leaders first and let them help disseminate it out, it's better than just shocking everybody at once. So we were patient and just waiting to roll things out until we had everybody in this beautiful place, away from their natural environments at home, into an awesome room together with amazing people that are all going the same direction, that all want to grow their teams right, that are all trying to do more, right? And it's a powerful energy. I'm going to come back to that. And I got to tell you, I know Tanya feels the same. And she gave up. I mean, she's hit like an emotional wall because she was able to pour into everybody and really break some barriers for growth. The stronger your leader is, the stronger your team's going to be. And we vowed, if you show up, we're going to show up. And those that earn these trips, we get to pour into you. We get to have some fun too. We always do. But we get to really focus on things that's really hard to do outside of an interaction that's physical in the same room, where you can feel each other's body energy and body language, and you can really deeply get to know somebody to really help them. And we get to do that. And if you haven't experienced that yet, we need to get you one of these. We need, and I'm gonna be progressing on that. So I'm gonna go back to some major things that were rolled out. Wine Ambassador and that grapevine system. That grapevine system is part of Wine Ambassador, and because we're owners and we work with awesome like-minded marketers, we use that as the base to do a lot of follow-up marketing. So we don't need extra systems. We just focus on one follow-up system called the grapevine. That grapevine system is ours to follow up for Wine Ambassador, Bella Vita, Vivo, PBS to build the stuff we're building there. Our faucets that are coming online, our advertising faucets, and a couple other various programs. Also, we get to roll out new things at these events, and every attendee that came out here received a goodie bag worth several $100s from a new product we're testing. Results are already coming in. We're going to be building pages and launching that when we're ready collectively to get it added to Cash Network Direct for tracking, or we might put it in Wine Ambassador for tracking. You guys, we've been developing ways to do the affiliate marketing and track it so that we control it all and get bigger commissions. Bigger commissions. We don't need to share with a bunch of other middlemen. Not anymore. It goes direct to RRR247. And we're getting amazing relationships. You guys have been seeing them unfold. So we got new stuff that we can add. These are all things we get to market. And we're really trying to, really build up around our anchor offers and everything they bring in, but having the right collective things around it so that we can maximize on circular keywords, connective keywords, so that we can really grow from the marketing that we do so well. I want you guys to just, get used to just things getting more and more well-rounded. We want to keep our overheads low, our monthly costs low, and our profitability high. We also want to enjoy life at an amazing level. And Tanya and I really like to take you guys along. I kind of have talked about this before, and I got to tell you, I have moments where I think I am absolutely crazy, because even my peers and other business owners at the level I'm at, that we're at, they don't agree with some of the things I cover. They don't have to agree. You can't, when you've got a love and a passion, your heart believes a certain way, and you feel like you are connected with the higher beings, right? With the universe and God, and go a direction. Sometimes that's what it takes. I've never been a follower. I've always been a leader. I've always innovated, and I've always done things that people told me I couldn't do. Just because you can't do it, don't worry. I will figure it out. My brain works in a different way than most. I project things. I have a vision on how to get there. And I know that when I live in a favored way and I take care of my fellow man properly, God takes care of me every time. And things fall into place. I don't always have the answers from where I'm starting and what I want to accomplish, but if it feels right, I know it'll fall into place. You don't always need to have the answers. You just have to have the faith that you're doing the right thing. Things fall into place. That's how I've been living my life for a long time. And I just got to bring this up because a lot of things that are happening right now for us are just things that are falling into place. That's what it is. Now, grapevine system, those of you that have it, just make sure you're adding those people in there, right? Add them to wine. Now there's a sequencing that's underway right now And we made some massive advancements in there so that I can help you all out. Let me explain. I kind of know for a fact that my writing and copyright skills to get people to take action are better than almost anyone. So I don't need you to learn how to do that. I also know that there's amazing snags along the way of doing it in today's world with SMS, texting, dealing with carriers, dealing with email providers, and the way they block and put things in a junk. It literally, it's constant work to get through. I do it in a big scale with our lead generation companies, and it's a massive moving target. It's something that I have done a horrible job trying to find somebody to understand it the way I do. They just don't. And I've tried and I've tried and I've tried for years. So I'm taking it upon myself. I have a system now where I can tweak it, modify those messages. You don't have to. I'm testing them all the time in more volume than anybody here, probably more than almost everybody combined. I'm a massive action person. Tanya and I have systems that are creating these leads to go in there. And eventually, we're going to be able to start sharing those again with you guys inside the Grapevine system. Those that are in there will get access to those. But we've been proving things out and testing things. And now we've unleashed it. So what it means is that Grapevine system is going to be current all the time. I'm constantly rewriting new sets to get out there, get past the spam blocks, get past the junk blocks, and constantly stay on that game. I do it for all of us, okay? I've got a couple buddies that help out in some copy, so I'm adding some redundancies, but we're building a sequence that we can get through. And that means all you guys have to do is do your V marketing, gather the leads the way you do, put them in the follow-up systems, and let the work happen. And then obviously, when they respond to you, follow up, right? Follow up with somebody that's chasing you, not you chasing them. So when you're doing the V marketing, you have someone that's replied at any level, you're going to be putting them in the Grapevine system if we don't get them on a presentation with one of our presenters, right? Your instructor. They don't show up, they're a no-show, or maybe they never even set the appointment, but they responded. We're going to put them in the Grapevine system and just let them start with wine. Everything we offer, wine, Bella Vita, Vivo, the PBS system by itself, and some of these other aspects we'll add, and it's open for us to add whatever one we want to put in there, we'll go through a sequence. So smartly, we're going to hit them for wine. We know that they're a biz-op-minded person. They want to be their own boss, but we're going to hit them with different aspects until we get their attention. But once they come into one, that's a doorway into our marketing house, as you guys have been learning. All of this is available to everybody here, even at the, whether it's a $14.95 basic level or those that have the full version at $59.95, you just have more credits, which means you can really load that up. The idea is consistency. The idea is that you're adding people 1 or 2 every day, even will build this up. Hopefully you're adding more. So if you're using the V marketing, which is leads that Tanya and I are funding for you, these are inquiry leads. They're not people that's put money down. They're the V marketing leads. They're inquiry leads. They've gone through a path, right? You're going to get those in there and let them drip through there and let them see the opportunity and get some information about it in a different way, right? We're going to really put a lot of emphasis on the credibility we have to offer. I mean, every year we keep building this business, we're more credible. All right. We've gotten every aspect, every business has gone at least 2 years now. Bella Vita is 2 years old plus, stronger than ever. We picked a winner. Wine, very strong, very stable. It's been around for years now. I mean, I think we're on our 5th year. I got to look at that. It goes by quick, but we've got wines for the next 5 years already in production. We got that down to a freaking awesome path. I'm going to come back to that in a second. And I'm going to tell you guys, we see a clear vision of what we need to do. And now we can just add at will at the right timing other products and services in our categories of our PBS. But we should be focusing on things. And I'm going to break down what that focus should be. And I'm going to do it in an amazing way because I've got to show you guys the reward system that Tanya and I have modified things to that starts August 16th this year. All right, we're finishing out a current promotion. Things are about to change. So Everybody here, I'm going to pause for a second. I want you to say something with me. We're in the right place at the right time all the time. Say it with me. Declare it with me. We are in the right place at the right time all of the time. Now, there is some amazing lifestyle and taste that we want to share with you all. We've been pressing it, and sometimes I think we say it in a different way than you guys are getting it, through your skin, through your head, absorbing the information. We are what we absorb, okay? If the right information's around us all the time, we're absorbing the right information all the time. We become better just by being there to take it in. Eventually, we're going to put it into action. That's why we do these calls and these trainings all week long. That's why we do this Tuesday call, so I can literally keep you guys informed, pour into you with the new things, roll things out, touch base on, mindset and the mental work that we all need to do to keep things going. The reset, refocus, recommit all the time. All of that is done, and it's so important that I physically come on and do it with you. It's so important that whenever I'm available, I'm here, right? Unless I have some amazing travel situation that was out of my control, I'm here. We plan our trips around this. This is the most important time for me to talk to all of you. I can't call you guys on the phone individually. It's just not physically possible. I can't even do groups all the time. We have to do one big community call. And it's powerful when I get to do this because I can talk as if I'm just talking to you, get through to you, touch base with you on stuff. And then you've got these incredible instructors to support everything we're doing. All of us on the same page, beating at the same drum, going in the same direction, perfecting what we have. All right. So I'm about to show you guys something, and I'm going to do it in a presentation form for you. I thought about it, and when we got here, I changed up how I was going to do that. So that'll be in the next bit. So those who are seeing this recording, you better find it. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be on a page. Ask your instructor about it. You're going to have to find it because I'm going to put it on one place that we train on. Those of you that are here, you guys get the benefit of seeing it live. And I'm hoping I'm going to break through and you guys will understand some things and the importance of the live events and the rhythm that we want to have. So we are at a crucial, awesome milestone point of the business, something we really haven't felt this secure about until now. We've had a lot of things changing. There's been moving targets for what we wanted to aim and steer on. And a lot of them were just chicken and the egg things. Things had to balance out. We had to see where things were going. We had to take measurement later. We had a vision where it was going to be, but a lot of bits and pieces that weren't fully in our control. It sounds like a lot of people's lives, right? As it came together, now we know where we're going. And I'm going to tell you, it is such a relief of a weight that we've been carrying because now we exactly know which way the compass is going and where to go. We know the coordinates, and now we just got to stay to it and bring everybody with us. Things just got so much clearer. I'm going to share it with you. Okay. So I'm going to do a breakdown. I'm going to stop this recording now. And again, I tell everybody else, if you're not here live, you're going to have to ask your instructors and find it. Okay. We'll make it available, but it's going to be something you probably need to ask for. Or you're going to have to get lucky, right? I guess I could call it something special. Okay. I will call it, just do a search on YouTube under the Rory RRR247 channel. All right. And do a search for the word aging, AGING, fermentation and aging, actually. And it doesn't have to do with the physical wine, but it does have to do with all roads lead to wine. So fermentation and aging, do a search on my YouTube channel. You'll find the next bit. Okay, let me stop this.